Big announcement for Hogwarts Legacy if you're on the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4, or the Nintendo Switch. Probably one of my most anticipated games. It looks awesome. I wasn't expecting to be so into this game, but after they showed off gameplay, looked a lot deeper than I thought. I didn't realize you were going to be able to explore as much as it sounds like you're going to be able to explore, and just overall the game looks like it is going to be a ton of fun. Now this game is still launching for the Xbox Series XS, PlayStation 5, and PC on February 10th, with the 72-hour early access beginning on February 7th. But they have come out and they have now said that the launch date for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One, as well as the Nintendo Switch, will be later. Here's what they tweeted. Hogwarts Legacy will launch on April 4th, 2023 for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and on July 25th, 2023 for the Nintendo Switch. The team is still looking forward to bringing you the game. We want to deliver the best possible game experience across all platforms. And I find this actually pretty interesting, that we are now seeing these staggered releases for these current games that are still trying to be ported onto this legacy hardware in the PS4 and the Xbox One, two platforms specifically that even back in 2013 when they launched were ancient. Like, they were weak right out of the gate. They were already behind the ball, and we saw this kind of play out through the entire generation as both the Xbox and the PlayStation had to come up with some mid-gen refreshes, yet they're still trying to release games on these platforms. And then what's even more interesting is that the Nintendo Switch has the later release day. The Nintendo Switch as well, now way deep into its life cycle, a platform that we are starting to really see its age, even with the first party stuff. We saw the stuff with Pokemon and how that didn't run very well, but I don't think the Pokemon thing specifically had to do with the Nintendo Switch hardware. I think it just really had to do with the development, because you take a look at that game, take a look at a game like Pokemon Arceus that came up previously, similar graphics and all type of stuff, and that seemingly ran decently. What we are seeing here from Hogwarts Legacy is that they are going to make sure that they aren't going to have to rush things out and then ruin the game across all of the platforms. If you remember with Cyberpunk 2077, I think this was the main thing that made that game's launch so abysmal. They had promised that game for the Xbox One and the PS4. The game was just too ambitious, and it was very, very hard to get that game to run smoothly on those platforms. So it affected the development of that game across all of the platforms, even the new generation of consoles. But I think it's time now. I really think it's time that these developers in these games start leaving behind the PS4 and the Xbox One. I understand why they don't want to, because there's still such a large install base, specifically with the PlayStation 4, where people haven't switched over to the PS5 yet. A lot of that has to do with the ability to get a PS5 for the first 2 years was very hard. It's easier now, so I think those numbers will start to shift, where you'll see a lot more people switching over to the PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S. But if you are looking forward to this game and you want to play it in February when it comes out, you're still on PS4 or the Xbox One or on the Nintendo Switch, you're gonna have to play it somewhere else. You're gonna have to get a Series X, S, PS5, or play it on PC, because if not, you're waiting all the way until the spring and the summer. And we go down here into the comments. It's pretty funny because it seems like everyone has the same question, and they just literally keep copying and pasting the same quote, the same thing that they have said. When it comes to the game launching on the Series XS or PS5, they keep saying Hogwarts Legacy will launch on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC on February 10th, 2023, with the 72-hour early access beginning on February 7th, 2023. Now, hopefully this doesn't change, but I think it's a smart move, like I said, to prioritize the current generation of consoles and make sure that the game, when it does come out for those, the experience isn't going to be broken, because if that happens, nobody wants to have that Cyberpunk 2077 experience. And I think at the end of the day, as bad as the Cyberpunk launch was, it taught the industry a huge lesson as to what they have to do going forward. If you can't get it to run properly on these old platforms, you don't have enough development time before the official release date, you have to delay those older versions. Or at the end of the day, I think we're going to start seeing developers just canceling the older consoles, canceling the version of the game going on to the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. That's it for me, guys. Let me know your thoughts on this. Where are you playing this game? Is it on the current gen consoles, the last gen consoles, on PC? Are you going to wait for that Nintendo Switch release? I would love to hear your thoughts on this. And are you excited for it? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, if you liked what you saw, consider hitting that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.